go live. And greetings on this Friday in May, the 5th of May, 2023, Cinco de Mayo, to another edition of Virginia Beach Lacrosse action as we speak to you from the Sportsplex. Our matchup on this senior night for the Kempsville Chiefs. Kempsville coming in at 1-5 in district play, taking on the Landstown Eagles, who enter at, according to our records, 2-7 overall in the campaign. Both teams try to get a win here as we get closer to postseason time here for lacrosse. I am Matthew Hatfield. Pleased to be with you alongside my partner who is giving you the view today on the camera, Jeff Fatma. I want to thank Nick Sentai, Chuck Thornton, and the entire team for allowing us to present this to you today. And our game is brought to you by Pepsi. Pepsi, that's what I like. Get that refreshing taste. And we'll tell you about some other sponsors and folks helping make this possible for you all. Kempsville wearing their white jerseys with the red numerals, red shorts. Landstown the dark jerseys with the white numerals, some black and blue combination colors there with the white. And we're about ready for the start of this one with the draw at midfield. As it'll be Landstown going from right to left, Kempsville from left to right. And looks like that draw is going to be controlled first by the Chiefs, scooped up by number 10 for them, and that is Grace Homer, a 9th grader. But Landstown able to quickly hop on it, and here they come the other direction. Turning her back and trying to control the ball is number 17, Abby Hendrickson. And since Landstown has possession, nice feed to number 21 who hauls it in. And that, I believe, is Brooke. Beg your pardon, that's not Brooke Forster. It looks like that's a change in our number sheet. So we don't have a 21 at the moment. We'll have to work on that for you all here. As it's going to be saved. Excellent job in goal keep for Kempsville with number 27, their goalie, getting it done. Theo O'Neill, who wears 27 when they have the white jerseys like they do today, and also wears another number, 19, when they're on the road. And that first goal is going to be scored by Kempsville as a young lady for Landstown is down in some pain. We'll check on number 19 in a second, but number 14 with that first goal for Kempsville. Score that for Riley Auld, the freshman. And we stop play here just a minute in. As the young lady is in some pain here for Landstown. I believe that was Shakaya Johnson who's being checked on. So as she's being looked at, we'll step aside here briefly and hear from our friends at CHKD Sports Medicine.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
CHKD.org. Whether your child's competing as part of a football team, likes to ride a bike, or is on the road to Olympic glory, the multidisciplinary team at the CHKD Sports Medicine program is dedicated to the comprehensive treatment of illness and injury in pediatric and college athletes. CHKD Sports Medicine. Just a minute into this girls' matchup with Landstown and Kempsville, a goal scored by the Chiefs that you'll see on our graphic up top on our scoreboard that will reflect Kempsville, the 1-0 lead. But on that play, Shakira Johnson in a lot of pain right now, being checked on by the medical team here and trainers. It looks like her left leg is being tended to. So as she's being worked on, we'll take another time out here and hear from some more of our sponsors today of this Beach District matchup. Again, 2 halves of 25 minutes each for the ladies. The guys that will follow us with Landstown and Kempsville with 12-minute periods. But we'll be back in just a little bit right here on our streaming channel on YouTube and also on the web at beachsportsplex.com.
Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects. With years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings, their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash.
All right, Rebecca, did you see Shakira Johnson being able to walk off here, which is a welcome sight after that nasty spill she took on that goal by Riley Auld a minute into this contest. Just heard from Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals back here on our stream of this Beach District girls matchup. Matt Hatfield here with you. Kempsville jumping out to a quick one-goal lead on Riley Ald's score in transition. And hopefully Johnson is going to be okay. And she was able to walk off gingerly, and now she's stretching on the sideline along the Landstown bench. For those that haven't watched a whole lot of lacrosse in our Beach District season thus far, this is the first year that the Beach District has had this as a varsity sport. Previously, it's been a club sport. And right now, if you're just tuning in, the two benches are on opposite sides of us where we are in the press box and on the same side, which is different than if you were to watch a sport such as football where you have opposite sidelines for the competing teams as far as where they are with their benches and sidelines. But 1 minute and change into this one, it is Kempsville out to a one-goal lead on Landstown in our matchup from the Plex. And the Eagles, let's tell you about their roster while we have a moment. Number 1, Layla Morgan for Landstown. Number 3 is Mackenzie Bendeley. Number 4, Veronica Nixon. Abby Shiganoski is number 5 for the Eagles. Number 7, Ari Caesar. Number 8, Ashley Fuller. Number 9, Helen Carrillo. Number 10, Emily Yates. Number 11, Alyssa Jones. 13 is Morgan Stapleton. 17 is Abby Hendrickson. Shakia Johnson, who we just saw sustain that injury a little bit ago, whereas number 19, Brianna Forrester, is number 20. The goalie is Brooke Forrester, wearing 25, and Sarah Nadeau wears number 22, and they are coached by Coach D. And we'll give you the Kempsville lineup that we have for you in just a moment as the Chiefs. With this sun glare we have on this beautiful Friday in May, our temperature right now on this first Friday of May 2023, presently sitting in at 68 degrees. Check that, 65 degrees now. Sun's going to set around 7:56. And in transition, Kempsville's going to score it again. Chalk it up for number 14, Riley Auld, with a second goal. And it comes with about 21:55 on our clock. Riley Auld with her second goal, and Kempsville with a 2-0 lead. So the Chiefs looking rather sharp here. In this one. So here's your draw at midfield. Tug of war for it, and the battle is going to be won by Mackenzie Bendeley of Landstown. That one goes away from Ari Caesar. Let's give you the Kempsville lineup now. We've seen Riley Auld, number 14, the freshman drawing midfielder who's been excellent thus far. Alyssa Arajo, freshman wearing number 18 for the Chiefs. This is an alphabetical order by last name that we have in front of us. Maya Baldwin, number 1, a sophomore and a midi. Elif Aradgan, number 11, a senior, one of just 3 seniors on the roster for the Chiefs. You also have Kayla Greenlish, a senior wearing number 22. Number 10 is Grace Homer. We've called that a couple of times thus far. Kendall Lovett, sophomore wearing number 6 for Kempsville as Landstown operates behind the net of the Chiefs here. See if they can get something created to cut into this 2-goal deficit. 2 defenders in the way of Landstown's number 3, Mackenzie Bendeley. And now the goalkeeper also shadowing right near the post. And the Eagles having a hard time maneuvering from that X spot behind the net. And that one's just going to go to the side, and it'll be chased down by Alyssa Jones. We left off with Lovett for Kempsville. Delaney Marcus, number 21, a sophomore. Number 2 is Zyra Mountcastle, a freshman. Number 29 is Abigail Myers, one of the 3 seniors on the roster for Kempsville, wearing number 29. Maddie Myers wears number 15. Hattie Navario, number 5, is a freshman for Kempsville. Kelly Nelson, a junior, Kelly Nelson, a junior, wearing number 13. Theo O'Neill, as we mentioned, is the goalkeeper for Kempsville. And as we talk about Kempsville, here they come on the break. Little spin move, and the double team comes, and now Kempsville has to pull it back out and give it over to number 10 and Grace Homer. Corin Sandler's number 3, a sophomore for the Chiefs. Evie Sandoval, number 16, another 10th grader, as Homer's shot is wide of the net. Josie Scott wears number 9 on this run of sophomores for Kempsville, which rounds out with Chloe Virgil, Salome Walker, Kylie Ward, and Paige Willis. Chloe Virgil wears number 7. Salome Walker wears number 8. Kylie Ward is number 4 for Kempsville, and Paige Willis number 20. As the Chiefs threaten here. Trying to get that buddy pass working, as it'll be from the sideline now with Landstown. And quickly, the Kempsville defense very active here, and it's going to be scooped up by the Chiefs with number 7, and that is Chloe Virgil. Now here comes Homer. Grace Homer trying to take matters into her own hands, and there will be a whistle that halts the opportunity. So here's this free position opportunity now for the Chiefs. And Homer could not deliver it in, as it's going to be caught right there with the net of goalie Brooke Forrester for Landstown. So we've got our clock working. We'll work on, for all you out there viewing us, the top score bug, but it is the score now is 2-0. Kempsville is in the lead, as the Chiefs have a chance to possibly up this with a chance right here. I'll mute me for a second. All right, so we're still efforting that, as Kempsville has a chance to score again here in near the attacking area of Landstown. Almost scooped up. It is scooped up, in fact, by number 7 for the Chiefs. That's Chloe Virgil. But Landstown ripping it away with Veronica Nixon. Nixon throws it into Kempsville territory. It's hauled in by the Eagles. Landstown's thinking about scoring it, but it pops out of the net. Now scooped up. On the run was that missing player wearing 21 for Landstown. But there's a goal for number 11, Alyssa Jones, who puts Landstown on the board with 16:10 to go in our first half. Alyssa Jones able to get Landstown closer. And now the Eagles building some confidence here, as we're almost halfway through this first half. So an interesting turn of events, as the lead has been sliced in half, 2-1 in favor of Kempsville, as we get ready for the draw with 15:38 to go and counting in our first half. One of our sponsors today of the action that you're watching on our YouTube channel, which you can always follow and subscribe to and get notifications when we go live, and go back and watch any broadcast you might have missed of some previous Beach District lacrosse action, perhaps field hockey if you're a fan of that, soccer, football, and so much more going on here at the Sportsplex and Training Center right next door. It's Virginia Beach Sportsplex. And if you want to be involved with what we bring to you on a regular basis with youth activities and high school sports, make sure you fill out the contact info on our website at beachsportsplex.com/streaming. That's beachsportsplex.com/streaming. Kempsville now with possession. Number 11's got it for the Chiefs. Battling hard up there is Leif Rodgan. Now the ball's going to trickle away near midfield, and Landstown's going to scoop it up with Abby Sheganoski. And Sheganoski's got the speed to get by not one, not two, but a few different Kempsville defenders, and then takes a tumble right near the 15-yard line, almost like a free safety tripping up a wide receiver on a deep post pattern after making the reception. Yet here is a free position opportunity now for Landstown, similar to what you get like a penalty corner in field hockey. This is a chance for Landstown to get that equalizing goal and knot things up at 2 apiece here as we tick under 14 minutes to go before the half. Here's Sheganoski in the middle of it. Let's see what she can stir up. And it's going to be wide of the net. It wasn't quite stirred up like the old Patti LaBelle song from Beverly Hills Cop. It's one of my favorite songs and movies. It's in my top 10. Probably top 20 for sure. I don't know about top 10. Here's Landstown behind the net. Mackenzie Bendeley. She's got to her right Morgan Stapleton, who is able to, well, almost got to the ball, but it's going to be booted away as Kempsville had good reaction time on that. Credit number 4 jumping towards the ball, and that's Kylie Ward, one of the many sophomores on this Kempsville roster. At least 10 by my count. So certainly when their senior night comes in 2025, that group expects to be contending at an even higher level. A lot of youth on the field right now for the Chiefs, and the same can be said for Landstown, which, speaking with Coach D before the game, understand this is their 4th game of the week. So no rest for the weary, as they tend to say. I believe they put a couple of private schools lately in Cape Henry and Catholic, who triumphed over them 17-2 yesterday. Eagles did pick up a nice 18-2 win over Salem on Tuesday this week. Their other district win came 13-3 over Tallwood back on April 21st, a couple of Fridays ago. They've also played in the out-of-district portion of their schedule, the likes of Norfolk Collegiate and First Flight out of North Carolina. As for Kempsville, in terms of the district slate, their lone league win thus far was a 19-5 victory over Tallwood back on April the 5th. And of course, we've seen them a couple of different times here on our streaming edition, one of which was the 18-1 loss to First Colonial back on April the 4th. The other was the 13-4 loss to Ocean Lakes, back on March the 28th. And in that game, Riley Auld had a couple of goals that day for Kempsville. And I believe she had the lone goal for Kempsville in its loss to FC back on April 4th. She did, in fact, with 3:55 to go. Let's look back at some of the notes from that game. Here are the Chiefs on the move. Maya Baldwin lost it for a second. That one's going to bounce away from the intended target in Josie Scott. And the referee signals it will be going back the other direction as Landstown will take possession with under 11 minutes to go. A couple of jets flying over top of us. On the hop, the Chiefs now with it. Didn't have it long as Landstown's able to get back to it, courtesy of Ari Caesar. And Ari thought about scoring there. It's going to be hauled in by O'Neill. Was a whistle before that shot, though. Our crowd might have picked up a couple of young ladies saying, Ari, right here, right here. And here's the free position chance with Ari set to initiate things. He tries to dribble it in, but O'Neill's able to scoop it up and then toss it out to number 14. And Riley Auld, who's got both Kempsville goals thus far. She works it up the field, navigating past a couple of Landstown defenders. one to beat here. Now she's able to squeeze by two and put it in. Riley Auld, what a job by her with 9:39 to go. She now has the hat trick with her third goal of the day. Kempsville 3, Landstown 1. And I believe we've got is there a timeout or a substitution change? We'll take a quick timeout and come back in just a moment. So here's a timeout right now. Let's hear from one of those sponsors for us in Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
wherever,
however.
After more than 50 years of innovation, AstroTurf still leads the way. The inventor of artificial turf does it all, right here in the USA. We engineer, test, manufacture, and install the world's most innovative fibers and turf technologies, with over 30,000 tracks and fields worldwide. AstroTurf, powered by Sport Group.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. Yeah, it just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Welcome back to our streaming of Beach District girls lacrosse action. Kempsville with a 3-1 lead on Landstown with 9:25 to go in the first half. And you just saw Freddy's frozen custard and steak burgers. You can experience delicious cook-to-order food and rich, creamy frozen custard churn fresh throughout the day when you stop in at Freddy's Frozen Custard and Steak Burgers. It's located in Virginia Beach as well as the city of Chesapeake, Hampton, and Williamsburg. Freddy's, the taste that brings you back. Kempsville with just one district win in their 6 league games they have played thus far. After today, their remaining contests against city opponents will be at Salem on the 9th of May. That'll be on Tuesday. And then a week from then, so 11 days from now, the regular season finale at Cox. As for the Landstown Eagles, they have 3 more district games remaining, including this coming Tuesday. They take on Cox, 7 o'clock start time, at Kellum on May the 12th, and they host First Colonial on May the 16th. And if you're wondering about the next Beach District lacrosse matchup we'll have for you, we've got a boys game coming up as this draw is going to be won by Landstown. Oh, then they lose it on the hop. Now Kempsville's got it, moving it into Eagles territory with ease is Grace Homer. But if you're wondering about the next girls lacrosse matchup we have for you, again, we've got Kempsville and Landstown boys to follow on this double dip on this Cinco de Mayo. Our next broadcast will come up on Tuesday, the doubleheader featuring Ocean Lakes and Green Run squaring off 5:30 and 7 o'clock. Ocean Lakes girls have been mighty impressive thus far. I know the Kellum boys have been rather strong as well. I believe in their inaugural VHSL season, they've been winning their first 9 games by an average score of 16-3 on the boys' side for the Knights, led by Colin Mayers, 23 goals and 15 assists, and goalkeepers Gavin Sinram and Jeffrey Hayes have been great. On the girls' side, Ocean Lakes, we've watched them a couple of times. They've been mighty impressive. Only loss was 18-8 to private school power Cape Henry, as Landstown's on the run here. And that one's going to be scored. Put it on the board for number 11 for the Eagles in transition. Alyssa Jones with her second goal of the day, and it comes with 8:05 to go in our first half. And that trims the Kempsville lead to 3-2. So 2 goals for Jones, 3 goals for Auld. It's been the Riley Auld versus Alyssa Jones showdown. We'll see if that continues as we move closer to halftime and into our second half here. But a competitive matchup thus far. We were talking about how Ocean Lakes girls have been pretty dominant, just like the Kellum boys. And we've watched them put up some major numbers thus far. Go back to their 19-8 win over Cox back on the 25th of April when Summerlin Gates had 7 goals. She was a big-time standout in that one. And in the 13-4 win over Kempsville, Ocean Lakes had at least 6 goals from Summerlin Gates that day. And Riley Devlin, Molly Ryan Gates, Lauren Rakov, along with Riley Wright, other standouts for them. But here come the Eagles with a chance to knot things up. And that one's high and upstairs and just behind the net, though. Great look at it from Mackenzie Bendeley for Landstown. Had a great chance to knot things up here with 7.5 minutes to go until the break. And we'll see if they can operate on the X spot effectively here. Eagles get it to Abby Shaganovsky. Shaganovsky will spin off one defender and throw it towards O'Neill, and she's going to block it. An effective save there as Kempsville's going to scoop it up there off the... And now they're saying give it to Thea. That's the goalkeeper, so she can just sling it out. And there's the slingshot, if you will, over to number 22, who hauls it in Kayla Grealish. Grealish gets rid of it. It takes a bounce out of bounds. And Landstown will reclaim possession. They're all playing on the turf, and since 1965, the AstroTurf brand has been driven by forward-thinking ingenuity. Today, AstroTurf continues to improve its system design to deliver playing surfaces with the most realistic, sports-specific performance, longest-lasting durability, and sound player protection. AstroTurf, one of our sponsors here of the action taking place today. Landstown trying to move forward. Getting away from Grace Homer now. Eagles. They lose the handle on it is Bendeley. We'll see the Kempsville boys coming up against Landstown. Coach O'Neill's team has been making some noise. Had a couple of setbacks. They had that thrilling comeback win against First Colonial we brought to you, and they've been playing pretty well in recent games. Kellum, Cox, and Ocean Lakes have been the 3 that people have been really circling atop the district, but don't want to count on a team like the Chiefs as a spoiler there. Here are the Eagles with Morgan Stapleton. Makes a great pass up ahead, loses it for a second, but Shaganovsky gets it back. And now the Kempsville defense trying to bottle her up. She's being checked closely now by Kayla Grealish. And a whistle will come to force the Chiefs to see if they can halt them on this free position chance. With Shaganovsky from the side trying to bounce one in. Oh, they do call it a goal? They do. Thought O'Neill had saved it. But it is a goal for Sheganoski.
During that, okay. Well, yes, you don't. Well, you do on that penalty kick or whatever thing.
Well, it was a free position, but it looked like O'Neal had stopped it, and then the ball sort of just rolled. We'll have to get a look at the replay of that. That was an interesting one. Well, the clock will run on the free positions. It usually stops once the goal has been scored. But it was a late reaction because I think as I watched the replay again, it did get through her, and Sheganoski, watching the replay, it was the right call. It was a goal. And almost a second one here, but O'Neal's able to stop it. And now her pass out of net is picked, and Sheganoski nearly got another one. As Alyssa Jones and Abby Sheganoski are starting to really seize momentum for the Eagles. Dubbed the visitors in this one, as it is Kempsville senior night tonight. Eagles will scoop it up here. There's number 21, whose name we don't have. We may have it, but it's not on our roster sheet reflecting who it is. So apologies to that young lady that we don't have her name to shout her out. She's been all over the field making hustle plays. Now Abby Hendrickson has it for Landstown as she moves into some traffic. Tosses it back over to Bendeley. Bendeley will slow things down and patiently try to get something orchestrated for her team. Over to Alyssa Jones as we've hit under 3:40 to go in this first half. Jones is going to try to curl one in here. Makes the pass. Oh, and it's going to be off the, looks like the knee of the goalkeeper O'Neal, but Landstown maintains possession. Trying to swerve in there and get one through is Sheganoski, who has it blocked again. Boy, I tell you, Theo O'Neal has really stepped up a few different occasions on this threatening sequence for the Chiefs, who have gone from up 3-1 to now tied and hoping to avoid falling behind before we reach intermission. Kempsville jumped out to a quick one-goal lead just a minute into this contest on Riley Ald's score. She had a second goal literally 4 minutes in, and I've not seen if Shakira Johnson is. She might be on the back end here, but not here in the attacking zone. As Landstown is starting to dominate the possession. And that was going to be scored. 3-17, which means it's Bendeley to Hendrickson, and Landstown takes the lead. Mackenzie Bendeley able to toss it over to Abby Hendrickson for the go-ahead goal, as Landstown has erased deficits of 2-0 and 3-1 to nudge in front in this one, 4-3 with 2:27 to go in our first half. So here's the draw at midfield. It's going to be won by the Eagles. Making the pass to Bendeley. Up ahead is Sheganoski, who could certainly do some damage. So cool for the numerous young ladies and guys out here that have been able to just walk on the field, pick up a stick, put on some goggles, and start learning one of the most entertaining sports out there with lacrosse that we have here at the Sportsplex under 2 minutes to go in this first half, and Landstown able to grab possession again as Kempsville's opportunities have been short-lived here the last few minutes of this half. Battle for it, and it's going to be won by Landstown as they're starting to show the aggressiveness required to get victories, and Shiganowski able to draw what looked like an infraction and a foul on the Chiefs. So another free position chance, and they'll operate from the near side of your screen around the 15-yard line. Now it's going to be saved by O'Neal as she thwarts the attempt from Shiganowski. Slings it all the way out where it'll be scooped on a double hop by Elif Redgun. But Landstown back with possession. Under a minute to go in the first half. Eagles lose the handle. It's scooped up by Riley Auld of Kempsville. She's got a hat trick. Can she make it 4 goals? And she does just that. Riley Auld stepping up in the clutch yet again. Riley's 4th goal of the half. You could see it developing before it even happened. And we're tied at 4 with 31 seconds to go as the freshman has scored 4 times in the first half. Not bad. "31 seconds until the halftime break, and we'll step aside as well. Allow all the dignitaries to get their break in as well. And that draw is going to be won by, looks like Landstown, although Kempsville stayed after it. Eagles coming away with it. Can they find Jones or Shiganowski? He'll find Shiganowski now. But with 10 seconds to go, I think the Eagles will just play for a halftime stalemate here at 4-all. A draw to go to halftime. It's been an entertaining half of play here at the Plex on Kempsville Senior Night. Chiefs jumped out with 2 quick goals thanks to Riley Auld. Literally 3 minutes and 5 seconds into the contest, Alyssa Jones answered for Landstown, and then Auld got to her 3rd goal of the half with 9:39 to go in the first half before Jones had another goal at the 8:05 mark. Abby Shiganowski able to knot things up at 3 apiece for Landstown at the 4:50 mark, and then it was Mackenzie Bendeley to Abby Hendrickson with 2:27 to go in the first half before Riley Auld just tied things up with 31 seconds to go in our first half. We're going to step aside and come back with some more action just a little bit. You'll hear from some of our sponsors. Our title sponsor is Pepsi. That's what I like. But let's begin our halftime festivities, or break, if you will, from hearing from some other sponsors, beginning with Vault Athletics and Fitness. Many thanks to LegacyLacrosseVA.com. Legacy Lacrosse helping make this broadcast possible for all of us out here today as Landstown and Kempsville girls are deadlocked at 4 apiece. Don't forget we have the Landstown and Kempsville boys coming up in action after we are done, and that'll be starting a little bit after 7 o'clock. They're going to recognize the seniors in between games for both schools. It's my understanding that is the case. As far as other action going on this Cinco de Mayo, this Friday, you have Kellum and Tallwood squaring off over at Green Run High School. Princess Anne and Ocean Lakes battling over at First Colonial High School. That's part of a doubleheader, which includes First Colonial and Salem to follow. You also have Green Run and Bayside squaring off as part of a doubleheader at Green Run to follow that Kellum and Tallwood matchup. There's a game on Monday in the Beach District. That's Tallwood and Cox. It's a rescheduled game from, I believe, last Tuesday. It'll be Monday at 7 p.m. on the boys' side at Tallwood High School. I believe the girls precede that one as well. So a couple more minutes before the second half begins with Landstown and Kempsville all knotted up at 4 apiece. Let's hear from some more of our sponsors, including Chicho's Pizza.
Well, it's everybody's favorite time of year again. Time to prepare to make your annual donation to that infernal revenue service. And if you're like me, you need help. Help to keep that donation as small as possible. So get off your W-2 and call John Maynard at John's Tax Service. 455-6763.
Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects. With years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings, their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash.
Wait, hold up. DQ put fries and onion rings in a chicken strip basket? Did you know this? Oh, of course you did. It's sitting right in front of you. Sorry. I mean, you got fries and onion rings together. Is this for real?
Hey, baby, wait.
Oh, yep. That just got really real. Grab a chicken strip and fry rings basket.
Okay, just one. Just one.
DQ, happy tastes good. Get it delivered at DQ.com.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
Wherever,
however.
At CHKD, sports medicine is more than just treating injuries. It's a whole team approach to caring for young athletes. With experienced physicians, surgeons, trainers, and rehab specialists here when kids and teens need them most. Our experts help young athletes prevent injuries too, with advanced training and conditioning programs that keep them in the game safely. CHKD Sports Medicine, where kids are more than patients and we're more than a hospital.
And we're back here at the Sportsplex. Matt Hatfield here with you, Jeff Fottmo on camera, as we are set for the second half with Landstown and Kempsville in girls lacrosse. Earlier in our contest, Shakia Johnson, number 19, took a spill. We'll keep an eye if she's returned yet. I have not seen her back in action. Riley Ald has all 4 goals for Kempsville. A couple of goals for Alyssa Jones, Abby Shiganoski, and Abby Hendrickson, who scored her goal off an assist from Mackenzie Bendeley. And working from right to left, it's Kempsville in the white unis with the red shorts. Landstown will go from left to right. And Engren will pass it over. Aradgan. And then it looks like, got struck maybe in the face inadvertently. Riley Ald got hit there. So the whistle will stay with the free position opportunity for Kempsville. And here's Ald looking for her 5th goal and delivering just that. Wouldn't you know, Riley Ald would get our second half started off the way she began the first half with a goal. How about Riley Ald today? 5 goals for a freshman. And Kempsville now back in front 5-4. They led 2-0 and 3-1, then fell behind 4-3, but they've now scored the last 2 goals as Ald has done it, encompassing essentially the last a minute and 15 seconds of regulation play with a couple of goals. She's 1 goal away from a double hat trick here. Alif Aradgan has it now for Kempsville. Over to number 9, and that is Josie Scott. Scott gets a little bit of a screen there. It was like a pick and basketball from her teammate. I think that was number 13. I think that was Kelly Nelson who set that. There's one by Ald who sets the legal screen. And Aradgan's going to score a goal. Alif Aradgan able to put one on the board, and the Kempsville fans are clapping for Alif. So someone other than Riley Ald scores, but that was predicated and set up by Riley Ald setting that screen. Nice job by Alif Aradgan with the goal. Alif Erdgan is actually how you pronounce that. Erdgan. So we'll make note of that. Alif Erdgan getting it done for Kempsville. So Kempsville with it with Kylie Ward. Ward puts it on the turf. Takes a couple of pushes at it. Chiefs have really controlled possession to begin the second half, much like they began the game. And here's Josie Scott working from around the X spot, curling behind the net and getting a great look at it. And Josie Scott puts it on the board. So Kempsville has come out raring to go here in this second half. 3 goals in a span of a minute and 15 seconds. And the Chiefs lead it 7-4. And 2 players of it. Now Landstown trying to, after winning the draw, get something working. And that one's going to be saved by O'Neill as the shot would not go through for Hendrickson, who's already got 1 today. In fact, the last of their 4 goals here. But Hendrickson's got it back. And from straight away, Abby Hendrickson does the trick. Well, we'll double check that's Hendrickson. I'm not totally sure that was her. I think that was Hendrickson. No, that was Morgan Stapleton. Beg your pardon. That was Morgan Stapleton with that goal with 22:40 to go. Hendrickson had the initial one, I believe, but Stapleton gets the goal here for Landstown. And the Eagles. The Eagles not going away without a fight. Ooh. Bit of a collision there. Now the Eagles have it with Hendrickson. Over to Stapleton. Avoids one Kempsville player and does the second one. How about that job by Morgan Stapleton? Some nifty footwork and maneuvering. And Stapleton with 2 goals in a span of 20 seconds. Number 13, Morgan Stapleton with her second of the half. And Kempsville, which had a 3-goal lead, thought they could exhale. It's like you bring in the relief pitcher in baseball with a 4-run lead and the bases loaded. Then you give the 3-run homer and you say, uh-oh, not so fast, my friend. I don't feel too comfortable about this. Trust me, Diamondbacks fans like me have seen this before. They know how that goes. What a game we've got developing. 1-goal deficit. Can Kempsville continue to stay in front here and maybe add to its lead? They're going to need to with the way Landstown has answered here lately. Along the sideline. Chiefs with it. Scott puts it on the turf. Now, Erdgen. Mackenzie Bendeley quickly moves into Kempsville territory. Her pass takes a hop. Going to be scooped up by Nadeau. Nadeau loses the handle, gets it back. Now O'Neal scoops it up. Long toss up ahead. Here's Landstown on the scoop with Bendeley. Eagles with a chance. 3 white shirts in the way of Bendeley. She's going to need to get rid of it quickly, or it'll be possession Kempsville. Caught by Sheganowski. Abby runs right into a Kempsville defender who's ready for her. And number 3. But it's tied up now as Sheganowski's able to shake free with 20:45 to go in the game. Abby Sheganowski with her second goal. And we're tied at 7-up. Well, no, you prefer Pepsi. That's our title sponsor. We are deadlocked at 7 apiece with 20:45 to go. And the draw is coming as Landstown, after falling behind by 3 goals, there you go, has scored 3 times in 1:55. The momentum swings in this one has been wild to watch unfold here. And it's going to be signaled over to Kempsville with Riley Auld, who will quickly move forward after hesitating for a second. And then she's bumped by Veronica Nixon as her progress couldn't be stopped. Now here's the pass. Ald gives it up. Over to Ward, Kylie Ward. So here's a free position chance for the Chiefs from the right side, the far side of your screen. Landstown will need solid goalkeeping play here. And it's going to result in another Kempsville goal. Kylie Ward putting the Chiefs back in front. A scoring spree here in the second half. So after a 4-all tie at the break, we have seen a total of 7 goals in 5 minutes and 12 seconds, which means we're on pace to eclipse the first half total before we reach probably single-digit minutes in this game. If you're just joining us, Riley Ald got her 5th goal. Alif Erdgen got her first. Josie Scott and Kylie Ward have added goals for the Chiefs, while Morgan Stapleton scored twice in the span of 20 seconds, and Abby Shaganoski scored her 2nd goal of the day. And the Eagles are thinking about getting another one on the board to tie this one up at 8-all. Taking a spill, but maintaining possession. The Eagles now have it. Number 11, that's Alyssa Jones, who scored their first 2 goals of the game. They want to get her back involved in the scoring spree. These two teams are scoring almost as fast as the Golden State Warriors did last night against the LA Lakers in Game 2 of the Western Conference semifinals, particularly in that third quarter, during that onslaught that AD and LeBron could not handle as that series got tied up at 1 apiece. Right now, the winner of this will notch their 2nd district win if it is Kempsville, 3rd if it is Landstown. Everybody looking up in the district standings at Ocean Lakes, who has yet to lose a league game. Their only loss came out of district to Cape Henry. 2nd place in the district belonging to Kellam, who according to the beachdistrictva.org site is listed at 5-3 in conference play. Although I'm also seeing Bayside, that's in terms of points, Bayside showing a 4-1 district record, Princess Anne a 5-2 district mark. So you have some teams that are jockeying for what would be playoff positioning here. And it'll be the first ever tournament where you've got all these beach district schools participating. That'll be interesting to see how that unfolds when we get to the postseason later on this month. All right, now there's Kylie Ward, who spins it back to Alif Erdgen. Erdgen, who I know has been playing a little bit under the weather, playing hurt, playing a lot of heart out here today. That wind, certainly has to be a factor in this one. It's not totally cold out here, but we'll see if that wind affects some of these passes, particularly as teams get towards the net. That one went away from the intended target for Kempsville, trying to get it to Chloe Virgil. One's caught high by Abby Shaganoski of Landstown, who then hits the turf. But they're going to say it's white ball, which would be Kempsville possession, as hounding her was number 1, the midi, the sophomore Maya Baldwin. Here's Kempsville trying to weave her way through is Josie Scott, who had that 7th goal of the day for the Chiefs. Here comes another free position opportunity that'll be implemented by Josie Scott from the near side. Get a little bit of a sun glare on your screen. And Josie Scott puts it through as she squeezes one behind the goalkeeper. And with 16:33 to go, Josie Scott's 2nd goal is Kempsville's 9th of the day. And the Chiefs take a 2-goal, multi-goal lead, which is so precious, you would say, in a game like this. Although they were just up 3 and saw that evaporate. They've literally had 3 multi-goal leads disintegrate. They score in bunches. Spurtability, as they say. Spurtability. Blink and you'll miss something exciting here at the Plex and on the turf. One of our sponsors to tell you about is One Life Fitness. One Life, one inspired life, where they're here to help you start your new membership today at any one of the 8 convenient Hampton Roads locations. Go online to onelifefitness.com and claim a free trial pass. One Life Fitness. In fact, I know One Life Fitness is the title sponsor of a spring basketball league going on Monday and Wednesday nights over at Kellum High. Got to run into the man in charge of there the other day when I was over there watching a little bit of basketball action. Neat to see the kids with the One Life Fitness shirts on, and so glad that they're helping out with the youth activities all across the city of Virginia Beach with some of these high school athletes. Very encouraging to see. Riley Auld. It's always encouraging if you're a Kempsville fan when she's got possession, because she has scored it not once, not twice, not 3 times, not 4 times, but 5 times in this game. Little give and go action. She tries to get it back, but this one's going to be pulled in by Ward, and it takes a hop away from the goalkeeper. Oh my goodness, her stick. That was an inadvertent type of goal, but Kylie Ward's not giving it back because it's her second, and now Kempsville's up 3 again. Oh, the fortuitous bounce if you're a Kempsville fan, not so much if you're pulling for Landstown. We're going to give it to Kylie Ward because she had the last hit on that. Even though I think Riley Auld really was the one that initiated all that action taking place. We'll give it to Kylie Ward, her second of the day. So we got a timeout here with 15:29 to go in our contest, and we're going to step aside as well and hear from Atlantic Bay Mortgage Group, where they're lending peace of mind. Who doesn't want peace of mind? You want peace of mind? I want peace of mind. We all want peace of mind. And here's Atlantic Bay.
For more than 23 years, we've made it our mission to lend peace of mind.
Even when times aren't very peaceful.
We know that every borrower is unique.
That's why we put you first in every step of the loan process.
At Atlantic Bay, we are dedicated, now more than ever,
to providing digital tools, resources, and a lending hand.
To help you reach your home dreams.
Because we're here for you.
Whenever,
Wherever,
however.
Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects. With years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings, their focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash.
Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals. Revitalize your property today. Shine Time is your turnkey solution for all power washing and painting projects with years of experience in both residential and large-scale commercial settings. The focus is to bring new life to your home, building, or outdoor space and ensure 100% customer satisfaction every time. Shine Time Power Wash and Paint Professionals. Timeout for, I believe that was Landstown who called the timeout, trailing by 3, and they're getting ready to restart play here in this second half with 15:29 to go. As we mentioned earlier, if you're just tuning in, 3 more district games for the Eagles. May the 9th against Cox, May 12th at Kellum, May 16th, their home finale against First Colonial, as the Eagles continue to seek that third win of the season, whereas Kempsville, who is 15 minutes away from that second district triumph, they still have a matchup at Salem on May the 9th and a date at Cox on May the 16th. So far, in terms of those that have not prevailed in conference play or district actions, I'm showing Salem, Green Run, and Tallwoods all looking for that first district win on the girls' side of things. I'll tell you about the guys' standings coming up a little bit later on. We mentioned how we saw it last week, a really interesting ball game with the Ocean Lakes Dolphins and the Cox Falcons, where Cox prevailed and put themselves in the title hunt 11-5, winning that game back on April 25th, which was about 10 days ago. And that draw is going to be won by Landstown. Looks like number 13 for it, Morgan Stapleton. Here come the Eagles trying to curl something through with Abby Hendrickson, and Kempsville's able to stop the opportunity. Chiefs scooping it up and looking to press forward. Working the far sideline. And it looks like young lady's down in some pain now for Landstown. Didn't catch the number on that. Let's hope she's all right. As she is number 5, laying face forward. That's Abby Sheganowski, who scored the Eagles' third goal with the 4:50 mark of the first half to tie things up at 3 apiece, and also scored another goal with 20:45 remaining to tie it up at 7. So while she's being checked on, we're going to take a timeout as well. So we'll come back with more here on our Beach Sportsplex stream. Right now, we'll hear from another one of our sponsors, beginning with Legacy Lacrosse. LegacyLacrosseVA.com. Many thanks to them. It looks like the young lady Sheganowski was able to walk off under her own power, and she's all right. We resume play now. We can also tell you, thanks to the folks here, that, we got a goal. Before we tell you that, it's going to be 10-9, and Kempsville's back on the board as number 10, Grace Homer, finds Josie Scott. Grace Homer to Josie Scott, and just like that, Kempsville leads at 11-7 with 14:37 to go. So the Chiefs have already scored 7 goals in this half, and we're not even halfway through the second half. Bree Forster's number 21 for Landstown. We've been wondering who she was all afternoon, and we have gotten, we believe, confirmation of that. So we can now refer to her. She's been making a lot of hustle plays for the Eagles, and they'll need some more plays from her, Sheganowski, Stapleton, Alyssa Jones, and others to make this tight in the waning minutes. As Landstown wins that draw with Stapleton, Mackenzie Bendeley getting by Homer, and now there will be a whistle. I think this will be a free position opportunity for the Eagles, and it is just that on that foul that was whistled on Kempsville. So can Bendeley score straight on here? But will she try to make a little dump off? Whistle means she can attack forward, and her shot's going to be basically halted on the right leg foot area of the goalkeeper O'Neill for Kempsville, but back come the Eagles. Stapleton's got it. Changes direction. Makes the pass. Now looking to work from that X spot behind the net for Landstown. It's Abby Hendrickson. Hendrickson curling through, and that one's going to be high and upstairs. That missile sent way out of town. Hauled in by Stapleton. And now Kempsville will grab possession. Bendeley out of the reach of her intended target, and it looks like Kempsville's going to try to scoop it up. Nope, it's picked up by Bendeley and Landstown. Another chance for the Eagles as we approach 12 minutes to go in this contest, which has seen an awful lot of scoring here in the second half. Congestion right there near the attacking zone. Kempsville trying to scoop it out towards the Landstown area around midfield, but Alyssa Jones is able to change the path of the ball and get it closer into the attacking area. And that one's going to be pushed aside there as Bendeley didn't quite get a great grasp of it when she threw it towards the net. Eagles still looking for a good scoring chance here. A reminder, Kempsville and Landstown's boys will be in action with 12-minute quarters, 4 of them for the senior night of KHS. That's Kempsville coming up following the conclusion of this matchup. Have not spotted Landstown boys yet myself, but I see Kempsville's boys on the right side warming up. Now here's a free position chance for Landstown. That one's going to take a hop and will be wide of the net by Bendeley. See Coach Abby O'Neill on the right side for Kempsville behind the net near our fence area. Landstown threatening again here. That one's going to be intercepted, though, as Kempsville was Johnny on the spot for it. I believe that was number 7 who picked it off for Kempsville and Chloe Virgil, one of the 10 sophomores on their roster. But as we tell you about that, Landstown's able to reclaim possession. We've been calling out number 3 a lot, Mackenzie Bendeley. Can she be a playmaker here? She had that one assist to Hendrickson. One's high behind the net, caught somehow by Bendeley. Looking for, I believe that was Emily Yates who was the initial recipient. Now Sarah Nadeau has it. She's going to go to the X spot behind the net. That's where they have to work on some of their passing deliveries as they make these curls to find someone who can just slip through and then catch it and put it through the net, as the goalkeeper has to cover a lot of ground on that curl, and it can leave the backside open. But Landstown's been unable to effectively work that, as there's especially a huddle around the ball handler and Bendeley that's going to be whistled and ruled Kempsville possession. Pretty much can't do that, although they continue to play on. The official on the far side, now the near side, is signaling that's Kempsville ball, and it will be with under 9 minutes to go. It gives us a chance to tell you about Tropical Smoothie Cafe, where you can eat better, feel better. They're bursting with fresh flavors. They offer grab-and-go catering and box lunches. go pay them a visit, whether it's the weekend or the weeknight or the weekday. Tropical Smoothie Cafe is located on Princess Anne Road right across the street from Tidewater Community College right here in Virginia Beach. Tell them Matt Hatfield sent you in there to get a jetty punch. Has Jeff ever had a jetty punch? I'll see if he gives me a thumbs up or thumbs down on that. A jetty punch. Ever had a tropical smoothie? Oh, he's not had a tropical smoothie jetty punch. We'll have to work on that for him. We have to work on that when we get our Dairy Queen and we get our Freddy's, which might not happen in the next couple of days, but hey, at some point we'll keep screaming at the top of our lungs to get it. Landstown looking to get the X spot. Here's a pass over to Stapleton. Double team comes. She takes a fall. And I think they're going to whistle. It'll remain Landstown ball. That wasn't tipped, though. And I didn't see a real cross-checking of it, which would be a personal foul. Might have been more of an illegal body check. Here's a free position. And a goal for Landstown. Put it on the board for number 3, Mackenzie Bendeley. Excellent job by her to get the goal. She had an assist earlier. It's her first of the day, and it's now a 3-goal game again, 11-8. As the Eagles are trying to chip away at that lead once more. They've done it a couple of different times here today. So Bendeley stepping up here, making a big play. That assist we're going to credit to number 13 for Landstown and Morgan Stapleton. So interesting to note, Stapleton had the first 2 goals of the half for Landstown. If they fell behind 7-4, now Stapleton gets the assist to Bendeley. But here's Kempsville on the attack. On the rebound, couldn't get dumped back in by Kylie Ward, who tried to put it through. Nonetheless, a great effort on her try. Battle for it. Who's going to win control? Looks like Kempsville will scoop it up, and then there will be a whistle. Eagles just sling it down the field. I believe that's Bree Forrester. And then Bree Forrester, before she could get a full head of steam, stop there, but she gets it back. Forrester loses the handle, then takes a fall. I think that was a slashing signal by the official. Eagles now, with just under 5.5 minutes to go, trailing by 3. They're going to look for Bendeley, and they're going to look for certainly Stapleton to direct them as Layla Morgan has it. Morgan gets rid of it. Now Nadeau, Sarah Nadeau. A couple of Kempsville defenders are ready to help out Theo O'Neill, the goalkeeper. Trying to curl her way through is Sheganoski. Remember, she went down in some pain earlier in this half. So here's the free position for Landstown, and that one was wide of the net with Sheganoski trying to get that goal to put more pressure on Kempsville, who's closing in on it, much like we've seen in the NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. When you have a 2 or 3 goal lead, you can use some clock and salt things away in the closing minutes. This Landstown team certainly very fatigued. This is their 4th game this week. They had 4 track kids down a player when they played one of those private school opponents earlier in the week. I forget if it was Cape Henry or Catholic. So certainly you wonder about being able to empty the tank here in this matchup, trailing by 3. They've done such a nice job to battle back from 3 multi-goal deficits. You give them credit for that. But Kempsville has not been phased. They've not allowed Landstown to take the lead in this second half. They did go up briefly 4-3 late in the first half on Bentley's assist to Abby Hendrickson. But Riley All, the spark plug at all times with 5 goals. Alif Engren with a goal. Josie Scott with a couple of goals. Kylie Ward with a couple as well. Josie Scott actually with a hat trick here in the second half, getting her most recent goal and an assist from Grace Homer. Wiggling her way through and through traffic is Stapleton, but she can't score it there. And a nice job by O'Neill getting it all the way out near midfield to number 4, Kylie Ward, who's got 2 goals this half. And now Alif Engren with it, trying to play some keep away from Layla Morgan and the Landstown Eagles. Double team coming, so she'll have to give it up. And that one's going to be wide of her intended target. Couldn't be hauled in there by number 21 in Delaney Marcus. One of those 10 sophomores on the roster for Kempsville. Engren, one of just 3 seniors, along with Kayla Grealish and Abby Myers. So the Chiefs will bring back an awful lot of ingredients for next season. Under 2 minutes to play now in this one. And Kempsville is not looking to score so much with a 3-goal lead as they are prevent Landstown from having a chance to get in scoring range, keep the ball at this end of the field, and deny them chances. That's the main objective. Over to the Eagles now with Morgan Stapleton. Here's Hendrickson on a run out. Trying to twist back inside. She'll have to pull out behind the net. About 60 seconds to go. This is probably Landstown's last-ditch effort. Nowhere to go for Nadeau, but she's going to somehow wiggle free and get a shot off the hop. It's going to be behind the net with under 50 seconds to go, and I think Landstown's running out of some time here. Chance to tell you that John's Tax Service is another one of our sponsors, and they're a proud community supporter of local youth sports, providing tax preparation and retirement planning services. John's Tax Service and JPM Financial Services have been serving all of Hampton Roads for more than 20 years. They're the best thanks to you, John's Tax Service. And also a big thanks to the folks at the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame who celebrated their 50th induction weekend last month. Go to vasportshof.com for more video, photos, and info about the Virginia Sports Hall of Fame. Will Driscoll and his team doing another splendid job with that group that inducted 9 individuals Among some of them were Jerry Ratcliffe, Jimmy Laycock, Ryan Zimmerman, D'Angelo Hall, and some others. Sheila Trice Myers, Bob Rotans. Free position behind the net, takes a hop, and Kempsville's going to be able to run the clock out once they gain possession, if they do. Landstown's looking for one more goal before this one is done. A couple of hops, a couple of looks. Time is ticking down, and it's now in the books. The Kempsville Chiefs victorious as the girls win their senior night game at the Plex, and they celebrate 11-8 thanks to 5 goals from the freshman Riley Ald. Senior relief Engren got a goal. Josie Scott had a hat trick in the second half with 3 goals. Kylie Ward had a couple of goals as well. Morgan Stapleton scored twice in the second half for Landstown, which got a pair of first half goals from Alyssa Jones. Abby Shiganowski had 2 goals, 1 in each half as well for the Eagles, who dropped to 2-8 by our count. Kempsville now 2-5 in the district. We thank you all for tuning in. Don't forget, we've got a second game coming as part of our double dip, featuring the Kempsville Chiefs and the Landstown Eagles boys lacrosse programs. For Jeff Fatma, our camera operator, Nick Sentai, and our entire team, this is Matthew Hatfield saying so long from Virginia Beach. Stick around. Game 2 coming your way in just a little bit right here from the Plex. Presented by Pepsi. Pepsi, that's what I like.